Hello everyone, Commander Jack here, and today I'm going to be playing probably one of my favorite games that has just re-released today. It's not really a sequel, I would say. I think it's more like a remake with additions. So there's new aliens, new buildings, and new stuff that you can actually do in the game itself. I'm going to start off playing the campaign on the hardest difficulty because they actually added difficulties into this one. If you haven't seen anything about Startopia, it is a game where you are like the commander, or you're El Presidente in terms of Tropico, of a space station, and you basically have these aliens that visit you, and you basically tend to the needs. You can hire them; they stay there and they work for you, and all sorts of stuff. So let's go ahead and get into it, Admiral, because hardest difficulty. I played a little bit of the beta, not much of it. I didn't want to burn myself
It
out
all
on it.
began with a misunderstanding. When the Telgorian fleet first encountered a representative of the Neophytic Alliance, they sent a bouquet of their most beautiful native flowers as their usual greeting. The only problem, the extremely nature-loving dryads took a bouquet of dead flowers as a declaration of war. This encounter marked the beginning of the first major interspecies conflict in the Alma-Barid Quadrant. It lasted for approximately 400 years. Since most of the races did not have access to FTL technology at that time and their weapons technology can generally be regarded as primitive, the armed conflict was often limited to threats, verbal attacks and illegal littering. The production of the Universal Translator developed by the RFS Consortium helped to settle the conflict and led to peace talks being initiated. Also additional potential grounds for conflict, such as Uriker's Great Dolphin Barbecue. The Celebramers' gigantic space loudspeakers and other trivialities to also be nipped in the bud. So much for history, recruit. Let's get back to your real job here at the RFS Consortium's Tear Test Lab. This lab is not only designed to house a highly sophisticated artificial intelligence called Val, which would be me, in case you've forgotten that in the last few minutes, as my brain scan suggests, but is also responsible for the Startopia project. The goal of Startopia is to create multi-purpose space bases capable of being used by all alien species as places of encounter and exchange. And, of course, to earn a huge amount of energy to cover the exorbitant salaries of the RFS board. Recruit, you have been selected to work in the Startopia Base Simulator, or SBS for short, to acquire the knowledge necessary to run such a Startopia base. But before you can do so, you must go through the RFS Executive Motivation Training course. You can do it. You're a born leader. We believe in you. Fanfares, congratulations. You have successfully completed the Commander training course and are now entitled to take the final exam on the simulator. Good luck, Commander. Welcome to your first test scenario, Commander. I'm very curious to see how you will cope. This simulation includes a Startopia base orbiting the garbage planet Sarkar. And I quote from the Universal Database, disgusting cesspit that should find its deserved end in a black hole. The goal of this scenario is to generate energy by recycling garbage. There are only a few basic buildings available and space is limited. You will mainly, or more precisely, exclusively, come into contact with Telgor and bugs. Expect visitors to leave a lot of garbage lying around. I don't think I need to go into any more detail. According to the scenario guidelines, it is impossible to fail. However, I would like to add that carbon-based life forms have always surprised me in this respect. Very well, Commander, you may proceed. As an old Gononian folk saying goes, every being is the wash quantang of their own fortune. An ancient skilled trade in which bricks are formed from one's own excrement. Initiate welcome
Well, she
protocol.
sounds a little bit
Welcome,
rude.
Commander. I am confident that even a carbon-based life form will be able to cope with the very manageable parameters of this scenario. After all, it's all about
Can buy
collecting
stuff
garbage.
here.
A fuzzy with only limited functionality previously solved this scenario in less than 20 minutes. I therefore assume that you will be able to complete it within a few hours. Test subject evaluation started. Command R, commence
Get
operations.
that going. A recharging station, a berth. One of the things I absolutely love that they added this in this version is they actually have like blueprints. You can free construction it, which means you basically just make your own walls and stuff like that, but I absolutely love using blueprints. It saves time. And just confirm, your fuzzies will build it. Okay, communication center. And recycling station, which is the most important thing in this mission. Basically, we just need to recycle. They do have tutorials in this, but I just skipped them.
Congratulations, Commander. You have successfully built a berth as your first room.
They start
I
us off with a
foolishly stopped
couple of
measuring your time
blueprint
after my countdown
boxes.
subprocessor hit its third overflow. But I assume you have achieved more or less acceptable results considering the capabilities of a carbon-based life form.
Garbage
Excellent,
spot.
Commander. You've managed to build a recycling station. Remember that semi-functional fuzzy I told you about at the beginning?
And a garbage spot.
Well,
I'll
it
put
had already
this
completed all of the other
out over
test
here.
scenarios in the time you needed. But I think it's a rather tough
Now I need
comparison
people to run
because it
them.
was limited in functionality and in order to successfully complete this test scenario, it is now necessary to... Commander, you have just successfully built your first garbage box. A thing that one tries to fill with other things, but which reaches its maximum capacity much too quickly. Wait, are we talking about you and your training here? Excuse me, my routine small talk subprocessor seems to be malfunctioning.
The other thing I add is you can hold down your mouse click and you can basically pick up anything on the ground. Makes it super easy. Yeah, they have a tutorial. I skipped it. I played a little bit in the beta, so I kind of know what's going on. If people want to see the tutorial, I can show you, but it's pretty honestly simplistic stuff. The garbage bots over here are your trash cans. Once they fill up, they're literally robots. They will walk up over here and empty themselves in a recycler. The entire point of this mission is to make enough money through the recycler. I'm basically just going through missions on the hardest difficulty to just complete them. There are achievements per mission, but some of them are really, really hard if you don't do them on an easier difficulty, so it's not really my goal through this playthrough. Where are my people at? Like I said, you have to hire, they visit your space station and you hire them. Like I need Telgors to run the recycler and I need the bugs to run the communication center. Each alien has their own like specialty that they can do. And the berth is basically a hygienic food station, sleeping pod station, like all in one. And you get these little events that you can improve but also deprove something. Yeah.
Interesting, Commander. However, I do not want
Now
to hear
every
any complaints about
60
this later.
seconds, my atmospheric filters can cause a bunch of garbage, which actually improves this scenario to an extent. Where are these? Yeah, just little helpful tips. These things, basically, the oxygen can like, I don't know how best to explain that. The oxygen can just go bad or something like that, and so these just improve the oxygen in the areas that you have them in. Mostly the oxygen gets really bad around like factories, recyclers, and stuff like that. And that one actually did it. It's like a small chance, like 5 or 10% every 60 seconds I can do that. Let's see about getting some more people here. Right now we only start in this one section. You can open up sections, but it costs a lot of energy, which we do not have currently. Pick up all the garbage and you can just easily throw it in there.
Commander, fanatics from the terrorist organization SPACEBASE have discovered a subatomic quantum loophole in our shield and have beamed garbage bombs on board. If they explode, they will cause damage and spread garbage throughout the area. But you can rest easy in the
Good, no
knowledge
more.
that it can't harm me. Initiate bomb subprotocol alpha. Commander, recycling the garbage bombs is an excellent idea. Only 99.3% of all other candidates came up with this solution. I suggest you try recycling a larger amount of these garbage bombs in order to make the test scenario more exciting.
I don't know if any of these are ever worth using. I don't like getting them. You get these research points up your prestige. And I don't know if they do it in the campaign, but in the skirmish and stuff like that, you start out with these basic facilities and you basically gain prestige from aliens doing stuff on your space station, and then you just unlock more buildings and stuff. It's in this here, but that's not able to be clicked on right now. Do another sweep.
Excellent work, Commander. I see you've managed to build a communication center. I mean, you
Whoops.
created a simple construction order for your fuzzies and then they did all the work. Sarcasm speech module not found. Bravo.
I shouldn't have done that. I made a mistake. I was hoping I could edit prices and stuff, but edit just goes into like a edit the facility and stuff like that. You can actually edit it and change it and increase the layout and add new stuff into it. Yeah, I would like a second recycler, but I ain't got the money. Yeah, we got auction
Commander,
stuff.
trash fanatics have thrown bombs at the station. Commander, you've already recycled half of the garbage bombs you need. Keep up the good work. Thanks to your performance so far, my evaluation processor has already upgraded you to Chniashanu, an 8-hooved sloth native to the planet
I don't
Photosphy.
think there's any more bombs.
Excellent work, Commander. You have acquired the required amount of energy. You did it with the berth and not the recycling station, but at least it's something. I hope you realize this, of course, does not terminate the test scenario. It was just a gentle hint designed to give you an idea of my estimation of your abilities.
Man, she is kind of rude.
Commander, I would like to congratulate you on the 50th visitor to your simulated station. If this were reality rather than a test scenario, the time frame would be rather unacceptable.
You get random
Here, however, you are working
cleaning
in a
crews and stuff
simulation
that
under
can come
optimal
aboard, but
conditions. So the time frame is completely unacceptable.
you don't need cleaning crews for this. Normally, I would have opened that up and had a second recycler.
Commander, I
But
wanted to point out to you that with your energy
I
or
got the energy.
prestige, you can buy very interesting things from my experimental laboratory, or, as my naming algorithm calls it, the Val Shop. You should definitely take a look at them.
That I might use. I wonder if that's how that'll work. Yep. Nice. I wonder if I could have used down that. I don't know. I don't think that would work. 5% chance of creating garbage every 60 seconds, or 5% chance of creating garbage. What do I have more of here? Bugs? Alright, let's go with the bugs.
An interesting choice, Commander. I would advise you to keep an eye on Bugrathorian visitors. And maybe keep a mop ready, just in case.
Yeah. I don't know what that'll do. I guess that just earns us some money or
Commander,
something.
most visitors are very satisfied with their stay. Look out, Commander. Trash fanatics have thrown bombs at the station.
Found it. There any more? I don't see any more.
Garbage Commander, you have successfully completed the recycled garbage bomb
What does
supplementary
this
mission.
do?
I think you deserve a
Nope,
reward
I
for
didn't
that.
think it would.
Can you feel that? You are feeling a slight mix of endorphins and cortisol right now, which should feel approximately the same as a clammy handshake. Commander, you have now acquired 2/3 of the necessary energy.
Making our way
Extrapolating
there.
from your previous results, I can safely put my subprocessors on standby for the next few million cycles.
Give me another one of them. Oh, bank a bunch of recyclables this time? There we go. That jumped us. The 10 off.
Congratulations, Commander. You have successfully achieved the goal and generated the required amount of energy. Some doubted your success, while others objected that you could not fail in this test scenario. I replied that if there is a way to fail in this scenario, you will find it. Nevertheless,
God,
you
she
have
is mean.
successfully completed this scenario. Congratulations, Commander.
Alright, well, that was the first mission in the single player campaign for SPACEBASE Startopia. I hope you all enjoyed it. As being the first mission, it was pretty easy, pretty simple, and there wasn't much to it. It's just kind of, it ramps up later on, I believe, or at least the last one did. I didn't play the campaign on the beta, I just played on skirmishes and just tested stuff out. But if you enjoyed it, please give me a like and subscribe down there, and feel free to add any comments, concerns, anything you feel needs improving upon. And thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time.